Typical of Zen to walk away with a win, but they did it in style and they held their ground. Now it's up to some of these other teams, though, who were within the top 8 and getting some points to see what they can deliver, because they are getting closer and closer to crunch time.
Yeah, and one thing that was interesting here to remark is we talked about how if you're sitting in 6th, 7th, or 8th place right now, you really have to play a good game. And what did we see here? We saw Gamerlegion get a ton of kills and good placement. We Need a Home got 2nd place, Riddle got 3rd. So they clearly are doing everything they can to stay in the mix. Now they're making a bit more room down to the guys below them. Riddle sitting in a good spot at 161, and they have the guys in K23 just 15 points down.
But We Need a Home did drop 1 spot, right? Okay, it's only 2 points between it. But it's, yes, Rita did really well to hold on to what she did. They got 8 points off the back of it, but it's the kills that weren't there to help them really keep themselves in an okay spot. Besiktas, though, it's going to get a little bit more scarier for them as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're still in this situation where 4 teams have to surpass them in order for them to fall out. So they should be all right, but I agree with you. I mean, you're never safe. You're never safe. We've seen crazy things happen in PUBG before, and of course, with this group and how close things are right now already, I'm strongly assuming that this won't be one of those where it's pretty much equally close.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, because K23, they'll be seeing this in their sights and thinking, okay, we fought a bit earlier, we lost a couple of players. Imagine if we can hold on to it. Just White did his best to prone things out a little bit, but he still could only achieve 9th place, end up going out to the zone rather than letting himself go out to some of the Riddle players and give them some extra kills. But what can they do this time, as this plane is going from Valdemar all the way to Impala, but it is right down in the south, which means I think we're going to see a lot of teams just jump out early and grab those spots they try to achieve. But is there going to be any more games played here in terms of, I've got this spot now and I'm going to mess your game up?
Also, what's Northern Lights going to do here? And accordingly, what is Gamerlegion going to do? Is Gamerlegion going to anticipate the jump on top of them this time around, or is we're not even going to see Northern Lights go for it? Still in the plane. Still in the plane. Nope, no, it's just a one-game thing where they go, oh, let's see what it looks like over here. And now we're going back to Los Leones again. And I guess Gamerlegion didn't really mind it at all because they got 9 kills and a good placement.
Yeah.
So that didn't really have any impact at all. But as you can see with the very similar colors, but different name tags for sure, that Insidegames and Northern Lights are indeed back down. And that just makes me wonder even more why they decided to go over to Gamerlegion.
Like, do you know what I reckon? Because like I've done it before. When I used to in-game lead for a different game many years ago, sometimes you just get a feeling, right, an inkling. You've seen stuff and you go, cool, we're just going to try this. And if you've got the confidence for your team backing you up on it, sometimes you can just go off it. Maybe he then thought, all right, this was a stupid idea.
But yeah, because to do it one time and then never do it, like not do it again, that's like.
But it's like
at least
if you do it, and it's like if you do it and it works, you feel really confident you'll do it again, right? But if not, then you'll sat there and go, oh god, no. And a lot of these players are saying, oh god, no, because once again, we've got about 50% water. We have literally seen this circle over and over again.
At least it was a southern plane. So for teams that would normally go really, really far north, now they can say, well, you know what, I think we're just going to stay around here and loot. Well, there's no real reason for us to drive all the way anywhere else. So for teams in Zoekt Een Naam, we saw Seekorg as well in this similar circle yesterday.
Yeah.
They have a chance. They have a chance to take a good position in this circle. I just want to see them rotate earlier than they did yesterday.
Do we get to see Asverin decide that he wants to go for a little boat trip and grab that spot down there and move over to the island anytime soon? Okay, it's very unlikely that we'll go to an island because of how we've got this circle.
I don't think it can.
But there is a spot where he may think, well, do I just want to go and grab the loot on there? Do I want to go chill for a bit? And they did execute it very well last time.
They did. I mean, in all honesty, it is I don't want to say safe, but somewhat safe passage in the sense that the plane wasn't really that good for Puerto Paraíso. So if they don't anticipate anyone to sit in the city, you could take boats and go up there, but there are no vehicle spots in the city. You have to get up to the road on the other side. And if the circle then shifts back west, I'm not seeing boats in this circle be the vehicle of choice for any team. But then again, I mean, I feel like every time I try to really, really put emphasis on something I know for sure to be one direction, then teams tend to prove me wrong.
Do you know what we need? That boat to be like the James Bond boat.
Oh, the one that
one in The World Is Not Enough, where he like drives up and it turns into like a car and he's just like driving through the London streets of it as well and just scooting around.
I love how you've been watching James Bond movies recently and
all
how
I've
you
been
start doing references to that. That's amazing.
Dude, I'm reliving my childhood. I had a
big Games
birthday.
fan too.
I'm nearly 30. I'm going to die soon, so I'm thinking...
What? Don't say that. That's...
My lifestyle, you know, just is slowly deteriorating. But I'm believing, I'm believing in everything I can do to bring me back to my youth. I'll start watching anime more actively. I'll act 21 again.
Power Rangers. That's my youth.
Yeah, well, that was like super youth. I was like 5, 6.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice. Oh, that was sick.
Yep.
That was a really good show. See, I can just go back all the way. Let us know what your favorite shows are, guys.
Enough with the nostalgia. In any case, just to mention it quickly, for those of you guys who didn't watch along yesterday, you might think, oh, well, Los Leones is a big city, there's room for everyone, why is no one going there? There are multiple reasons to it. One of them, the most important one being, if you get yourself stuck in Los Leones, it's going to take you so long, because you don't just want to take a vehicle and start speeding forward. You got to clear every single angle.
Oh, yes.
And you cannot spend time doing that in Los Leones should the circle go away. And also, the entire city is pretty much surrounded by hills, except for the western side that is taking the small side of the circle right now. So if you want to get from anywhere west down to this circle, you have to rotate around that city. And because it's taking up so much space, it is pretty limited where you can go, to be honest. I mean, I would assume to see a lot of teams sit on the eastern side of Los Leones, but then again, I mean, south looks pretty good in this circle too. Scooby-Doo van.
I love it.
Nostalgia.
Good old hippie van, let's go. Come by your, my lord.
Then you like the horns.
Brilliant
sound as
horn.
well, yeah.
As we go on to this last day, we descend into madness further.
If you could get a
As these
Scooby-Doo
teams are.
vehicle skin in this game, like,
Oh my.
I know there are car skins in PUBG Mobile, right?
Yeah.
So why not have a Scooby-Doo skin in?
They got them really sick Resident Evil skins in
Yeah,
PUBG
exactly,
Mobile.
exactly. They get all the cool stuff. Why don't we get any of? No, I'm just kidding. In any case, a lot of people north have to make their way down south, and they're already seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams currently making their way in. Around, or not through obviously, but around La Bandida. One of the teams being Avangar here on your screens. You can see it here. A lot of teams north of what we're seeing right now. Futbolist, they're making their way down, and Morpheus has set up shop, and he's just getting run over. That's where you just push the red button like in American Idol and go, denied. That did not work out the way that he wanted it to.
Run it back over. Oh.
Gluttony is like, but what were you? Are you even trying, Morpheus? Were you even trying?
I respect Morpheus' position, but I don't think he ever expected a car to just send it directly up the hill at him, full speed ahead. And
nope.
You can't really prepare for that one. Didn't work out, and it will give them an early kill here.
That is interesting. I love the reaction play from Gluttony as well. There's no way I'm going to stop in time. If I stop, then he's going to shoot me. You know what? I'm just going to commit to it. Yeah. If you don't move, you're going to die. And, well, they got themselves a somewhat free point there.
Max's, although he'll be looking for some free points. He's got some of the powerful players below him, but he does need to make sure the rest of his team are playing catch-up. They're not too far behind him. You'll start to see him on the map just down below.
The thing for powerful is, though, we saw Morpheus go down just a second ago. And look at this position from Max as well right now. He's becoming the eye in the sky. Doesn't have his bolt action, but does have a Mini 14. Nork is down already, and that's going to leave Ghost all by himself. Because we saw Morpheus go down on the screen just a second ago, and Broxel is light years away. So, not a big chance for them to stay put here. Ghost does get one, though. Gets traded off in return, and this is one of the things for Avangar and other teams like them. You can get a player knocked, but it's the fact that there's always one there to trade the frag, or trade the frag for you.
It's not often they're being picked apart as solo players.
They rarely ever happens.
Oh, Max.
As I say, there's Max's soft falls down the cliff.
he's like, I'm coming, guys. I tripped.
Yeah.
Trip, fall, slide down, and get yourself knocked down. As Tom Hill will take some kills here. Onto the Insidegames players. Pix also taking some heavy damage. Tom Hill trying to play off the rocks here, and this could be huge. The nade's going out, and they're actually going to go around towards Tom Hill because they all expect him to be there, but he might be able to kind of jump on him from surprise position.
Yeah, Sims is getting spotted out from above. And Sam Peak is in a position where he can't really contribute a whole lot. He can only do something if they peek on over, which means if one of them gets knocked, then he can't really do a whole lot to help. Jupesic on the side of things, getting a little third-party action going. Gets himself a finish up on towards Simpsy. That's of course unfortunate. But then again, when you're fighting on an open hillside, odds are that you'll get spotted. Ultra down as well. Now the deep third party. There's so many teams getting into this one.
And Tom Hill now maybe regretting this position.
This was working out so well. Then everybody saw us, and now it's not.
He's got Simsy in the back line to try and provide him some cover. Oh, it's Lux. So Lux to provide him some cover fire. Tomil just has to prone and wait this out. No tag team are backing away from it, but Insidegames, they know that this could be happening at any time. And obviously, they've got no idea how many players are left for Besiktas.
Yeah, they really have to stay put here. And this is the thing again. Right now, you got Insidegames sitting together. They cannot lose a player on this. If Tomil gets a freebie here, not only does he get the knock, but if he's allowed to spend time finishing off a kill as well, that would to me be a blunder for Insidegames. MP gets the quick finish of on towards Tomil. Good play there, and all of a sudden Besiktas ain't looking so strong anymore. Two teams now with just one player to go in both Besiktas and Broxel. And we'll see if they at least get the circle. They do. And had that island been more in, then for sure it could have gone out there. But now I don't think it's going to happen. Could go like the small island in the middle there. That could be different.
Could you imagine?
That would be horrible. I mean, at least it's closer to the shore, right? So that's something. But yeah, that would be pretty damn horrible. Circle though, still a lot of water in it. You have Porto Paraíso on the southern side. For all these teams trying to make their way around Los Leones, well, if they haven't already, then that's going to be the play to make because well, that's the only choice you have already.
57 players left alive for a circle which still has about 40-45% water in it. It is not going to be easy whatsoever. Yeah. We are yet to see a team go down, but guarantee you in the next couple of minutes it's all going to go down.
Seekorg finding new ways to maneuver through mountainsides here. Take your car full speed forward and potentially you'll get yourself into a bit of a safe spot. And right now they are. At least Avangar have to make their rotation on forward at some point soon too. Seems like they'll get the move on as we speak. Wildcats as well making their run into the south, but a lot of the teams are there with them. Football is still the only team to sit around. And now it's we need a home under pressure, but seems like Mockingjay didn't have the shots that he needed to land.
Quite some distance if it wasn't able to land them. Goes in for the real quick scope as well. Why not?
That would have been absolutely
quick headshot, dropped out the car. What? I'll never pull that off again if you managed to do it in the first place.
That would have been me just take off my headset and like, now I've seen everything.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I've seen it all. I can't experience life like this anymore.
Exactly. Oh, Riddle, that's not a time to backflip.
Definitely not.
Flip the vehicle, and not only does she flip it, she also lands in the middle of the street and gets herself killed.
You may as well just paint yourself red.
Yeah, that's
run around, glow sticks in your hand saying, come get me.
That is unfortunate. We need a home though. Still got 3 players up and alive, and they're still in it, to say the least, sitting in 7th place right now with a, well, I mean, a somewhat decent gap down. But as we talked about, they have had a rough time on Miramar. Now, the last game was good placement-wise. Didn't get a lot of kills with it. But they cannot fall back into the state they were in yesterday and the day before when it comes to their Miramar games.
They certainly can't, and they'll be looking to change it around. They know how important these are. K23 on your screens. They are the team that is closest to getting into that top 8.
Yeah, 15 points out currently. Could be a little different with teams having gotten themselves kills, of course, so far. But K23 not being on the board yet.
Ooh.
Wow, 1 tap, 1 head, 1 damaged helmet. That's a good one. Good initial damage being done.
Now they've got pressure coming on from the other side, though. Good split here from the Wildcats, but the problem is that Honor now can be isolated with Katurkan if they do not get some of these knocks in.
Exactly. They know they're in the compound down south, and if they don't allow for them to see, you can see the angle that Greg has right here. There's no way the compound can contribute with anything, even if they decide to push forward over towards them. And actually, that's we do see ANLL make the run across here for that exact one reason. They need the help on the other side. Good reaction play.
Yeah, really smart to move up there before K23 actually want to engage in it.
Also, it happens immediately. It's not one of those, oh, I need your help. Oh, are you sure? And then you're already dead by the time that he gets over there. This one came over immediately, knew where the pressure was going to be applied, and knew he had to be there to help out. Circle, gonna pop real soon. Fight, fortunately, stalling a bit, and Circle goes down south. We've still got water in it, and Porto Paraíso is gonna be in the mix for a little while longer.
Avangar just on the edge. Zen pretty much center, as is Seekorg with it. They can be comfortably happy with that. K23, they don't want to engage in this fight. They are just going to try and run away, but they're under heavy fire. Des out, jumps out. He's got Just White with him. Greg's going to try and change it up a little bit as well, but he's going to look over this ridgeline and try and actually fight up against the Wildcats here to provide his teammates with some cover fire.
Seekorg spotting them out. They have the circle, of course. We're on circle 3, so a little bit of damage is being done, but not a whole lot of it. Making the run on down. They know Greg is down in the road on the other side. I think Besiktas spotted him out just before. And if you're K23, you've got to maneuver your way around here. You have to, and there's actually room for them to do so too. Get down there, get to the south side, drive on down. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it's just not worth the risk here, right? You can push out, you can get some space.
Not worth it whatsoever. They need to just get going. And honestly, I mean, if you're a Wildcat, you need to do the same thing. And technically, you should be going the exact same direction. That's just gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, but where else is not dangerous when we get down to this stage? There's not a lot of room here.
Not at all. Salder's getting spotted out, and who better to get some damage done than Fuse from LXG. Heavy hitter yesterday.
Oh no, critical.
Double vehicle explosion.
Huge work being done there. Spiro's going to get the 2, and they were not going to stop. But on Octave, he lands a headshot on Fuse, who's now running as fast as his little legs can carry him down this hill because he doesn't want another shot coming off towards him.
See, since he's been hearing the Avangar players shoot from afar, he went up there to see what he can get his eyes on, but his eyes didn't see what he wanted them to, so he's going to fall back down again. Paul Derek gets himself a knock onto one of the Futbolist players. They were fighting just before, and now they're fighting again. And worst thing for them being, not only are they fighting outside the circle, but they're also getting third fighting. Look at this crack now. Spots out one, gets the immediate finish off.
Oh, huge amounts of damage. Can he hold on?
With the last bullet too.
More pressure coming on towards him. Slippy Zerg straight in to find him. Are they going to be able to hold him on, though? They need the teamwork coming in here. They should not have been this split. Yes, it was the time to engage, but he needed one more player there.
And in all honesty, credit to Wildcats in the me saying you have to go there. There's nothing else you can do. You need to just follow them in. They do that, and they get the better position off it. So good job by them. But now Gamerlegion, they're smelling blood, and they want part of this. Mumino got himself a finish off onto one. That's a double nade coming in from them as well. Really, really, really important. They were sitting on top of each other. They were healing up, and they were not anticipating the push to come in so quickly. Macken from the backside gets a finish off, and that's going to be knocked on towards Mumino as well. Just right now, all by himself trying to make the run on off. Actually, Desart is in there as well, but just a little further out than what we can see right now. LXG on the shoreline.
I love it. Gamerlegion come in, get the kill, back away. They're not going to overextend, not going to potentially lose any players. They're doing it smart. Now, we also saw We Need a Home. They got eliminated, Toby. So they've gone out to 16th place again. Futbolists are the next to go. Gloven's taken down. And this new circle pops. Zen and Seekorg are still in it and loving life.
Sitting well inside the circle here. They were sent up previously. They knew the circle was going to shift away from water, and odds were that they were going to be in pretty much. If not, no matter what, then something close to it. Now, Avangar lost one player just before an Asterin, and, well, I mean, there's still plenty more players to deal with. Riddle has started shooting down towards them, and also they know for a fact that LXG is trying to swoop around them, and they cannot let that happen. This is the exact spot where Mikhailovic get up from yesterday.
Maybe they've learned from it again, hopefully. Yeah. But Avangar have a massive high ground advantage to shoot onto them. But both teams are currently outside the circle, and Riddle's looking to gatekeep. They're the ones closest in, hearing all this go down. So how do LXG move out from here? It's going to be the key question, because this is not a fight I think they should be taking.
Not at all. They need to just focus on getting inside this circle. Spiro, burning vehicle above him. Fortunately, doesn't explode and fly into his face. He's going to get a little sneaky Slayer, jump up on his buggy, and they'll make their way on forward. Rare to see you take buggies in this situation, but then again, I mean, this actually could really work out beneficially for them. The thing is, they need to cross the road at some point.
Spray down coming in long range. Clib trying to make it happen. We've not seen as much on Miramar from Clib and just Riddle in general, right? On Erangel, Clib was hitting all the shots. We're constantly mentioning his name, but it's been a slower, steady pace now for Riddle, where occasionally we get a good performance, not very high kills. Every now and again it comes in, but it's not been the ones where we're just constantly saying Riddle, Riddle, Riddle. They are finding Miramar a bit more difficult here.
They aren't really getting the circles they want, and they don't really have a chance to get inside to the position they want either, because every time they get out on the edge and say, now we can go center, then teams start shooting at them, and they have to take those fights, and they cannot just drive away and say, stop shooting, we'll just leave. When they've been trying to do that, that's when they've been losing players, and when they've been trying to take the fights, the circle just kept going away from them, so it hasn't really gone the way they wanted to here.
Ooh, the timing for Higgy. He's on the mini screen down below. He's going to go in for the shots. He gets himself the first knock, and he gets both of them. This is huge. Higgy, if he can finish him off as well, that's going to be perfect, but they're being stolen away. Zen's actually going to be chiming onto him. It's Vasku to pick him up, and Higgy knows I need all the points I can get. I'm running and gunning, and getting the hell out of there.
As I said before, LXG could not commit that far south. They liked the rotation with the buggy, but they had to cross the road earlier. They had compounds on the other side that were completely free, and because they had players running around down there, it could have been them scouting it out, but they didn't. They overcommitted, and it gave them a loss of 2 players.
Numbruxel, the only powerful member, still in it, but he's very close to Avangar. He can probably hear him. He doesn't want to challenge this anytime soon. He's just going to be waiting it out.
He's been sitting in this compound for a while too, just trying to lay low. Hopefully for him, the Avangar players won't be looking to get inside this building. Maxisol goes down, so now their focus, of course, has to go elsewhere. Maybe that's going to be a little bit of a sigh of relief for Broxel and being able to stay unseen.
Northern Lights could be very scary in this position, but again, they're meeting up, even though it's a completely different circle with Gamerlegion. These guys are consistently fighting each other.
They've been running side by side for quite a while now, and they have been, well, I mean, they've been spotting each other out, but they haven't really either of them dared to take that full-on engagement. Neither of them has been in a position where, like, you know what, I want to take this fight now. Circle, east once more, and this is one of those times now where Gamerlegion and Northern Lights, well, I mean, if they don't have to fight, then they have to get the hell down south, because there's not a whole lot of other entry points to this one.
Zen finding the first knock and a finish off onto K23, which means they only have one player left, and he goes instantly as well.
Broxel goes down too. They managed to get the finish off on towards Maxisol. Inevitably, they would enter the house. They lost one player in doing so, but Powerful goes down in 12th place, so not the placement they would have wanted. They did get a few kills, I believe, with it, but not at all what they would have wanted here.
Northern Lights continues just to go for the run in. They want to go straight in for this circle. Lux is still hanging in there completely alone, but soon enough these teams are going to get close enough to him, and that will be a bit of a problem because he's prone now. He's got a bit of grass as cover, but he can hear everything.
This position is just brutal. It's so hard to spot people out. Lux, of course, has the trigger discipline needed not to over-aggro on anything here.
If you're Lux, this is such a tense situation. You're like, oh, I can see him. I don't really want to go for
also,
it.
even if they look in his direction, when does he start shooting, right?
This is smart. I love it. I love it. They're busy.
Nice.
Get the hell out of there.
Yep. Wise players inside the circle already move further down.
Oh, lots of damage coming out, and Higgy will just die out to the circle. Okay, bro, under pressure, going to get himself healed up.
Macken goes down, and now the inevitable fight with Northern Lights and Gamerlegion does start happening. So Nate is going to come around this side. That's going to be a secure finish off from, actually, Settings gets the kill with the Nate. That Quasi goes down, Deep goes down as well. Now they're down to, I believe, just one player. Yep, okay, bro, it's the last one. He's going to go down too, so that's going to be Northern Lights down and out in 10th place. They are, though, pretty much solidified and staying into the top 8, so not the biggest of worries for them.
Now, do you remember this from Gamerlegion and Co. in Phase 1, right? When did they start to perform better? When the pressure was really on them on the last few days. Once again, we're nearly at top 8, and Gamerlegion are fragging out. This is just, what do you guys need to be like, oh, we've done really bad. Maybe we should try again. Maybe we should bring it.
Need bigger stakes, you know, bigger odds against them, and that's when they'll come out and shine on through. Still 4 guys alive. Bjorn is pushing on forward. Now he's forced back on towards his knees, and Hamster getting knocked by the circle here, of course. It did push on forward. Circle 5 does do damage, and Hacken goes down as well. Vex and Bjorn now by themselves need to come up with a hero playing Page. Oh, such a beast with action. A bolt action sniper. Simon Vasco, really, really good at that. Gets himself and not going to finish off with the arm.
It's funny, right? Because you did mention T-Bone as well. I think just everyone on Zen, you give them a bolt action and they can still deliver with it.
Yeah.
A multi-talented, multi-skilled team. It's Vex. 3 kills for Gamerlegion. The rest of them have now met some damage, met some pain towards them, and they're still going to try and hold on as this circle shifts even further over towards this eastern side. Riddle are going to be included in this 2-2 split. Seekorg as well, but finally Zen will have to make a move down from the south and up north, but they still have the LXG players on the right of them, and you've also got obviously Insidegames, no tag team on the left, and Lux is still trying to prone out and hide him, but he might just still be able to be avoided because no one knows where he is.
Riddle were having a hard time with the circles yesterday. Now in the previous game it shifted out of the circle, out of the city towards them, and this time around they get the benefit of it too. So no reason to be complaining about that at all. No tag team here trying to full Molso strike down towards Insidegames, and they will, I would assume at least, inevitably get blown up because there's a lot of nades coming down towards them.
Pixel's just like,
yes,
I'm so lucky. Yeah, he definitely does. Zenix trying to reply and get involved in this. Zampeaker's teammate will go down. Zenix is looking for someone to poke over the top, and he wants to be able to try and take a frag fight in this. And Jupsig is going to find himself getting knocked down. Pixel standing strong, but how long is it going to be for? There is teams all around him, and he is making a lot of noise.
I can see no tag. They're not really in a position to, or they were. I don't think they were anticipating them to be up this close. The opponents, because they there was no no trade frags coming in on anything there. Now Pano's just forced to back off.
Pixel doesn't want to go into this as nades come out. Avangar with just 2 players. They've seen this and said, well, time for us to get some kills again.
Yeah.
We only need 2 of us anyway. This is fine. We can deal with it. They got to be careful, though. A knock comes in. Snoopy actually gets finished off as well. So Onoctiv was just a little bit too far behind him. That means that was never going to be a position he can save his teammate from.
Yeah, not at all. They're split off too thin, and Snoopy got a bit greedy in that one. Fakes does go down 9th place for Gamerlegion. And Vasco once again, Zoekt Een Naam, securing themselves points down the edge. You know, they like to go harvest here with 3 solo players remaining on this side of things. They could get themselves 3 more kills, but of course, we have seen these snakes be deadly time and time again. And Lux is one of them, gets himself a double knock while we're watching other things. Gets himself the finish off too. That's going to be T-Bone now down as well. So immediately, as Zoekt Een Naam had 4 guys up, down to just 2.
Yeah, tough fight for them. But now they're going to try and get involved with LXG. A good, well-placed nade. Forces Mikhailovic to move out. He takes some damage. He's trying to play off the tree here. Lands a couple of shots onto Page, but he's going to instantly prone and clip from the side. Says, hi, guys.
Charms in, and now Page starting to get active. Showed us what he had with the AWM, but now with the Skyl in hand as well. Gonna do equal amounts of damage. Got himself 5 kills already, but look at the O'Connell position, but he's not missed. Oh my god, he need to land these shots. There's still 1 more player to take down. No tag team already have kills, but they need more and they ain't gonna get it. Unfortunately, the finish off probably will come in on towards Vasco. And the circle actually does close right there, so he's in. But 9 kills overall. Good effort for the no tag team.
Zen there, right? Are so lucky that he missed his opening shots, because if he'd hit the first shots on the Vasco, he would have been able to transfer kind of successfully potentially onto Page, because Page was not looking that way. But when he missed those first few shots, that was when he went, oh man.
I think he kind of already did the transfer because he expected himself
to hit.
get
yeah, he's like, I got this. Oh no,
like, wait, I did. He didn't get knocked. Wait, what? Yeah, that's unfortunate. But once again, Riddle, they have a good position to play from, and I don't think these Seekorg players have any clue that they have Riddle on the backside. But the thing is, as you can see here, Sinsen, he's on the edge right now. He has to continue run on forward. And then you have Yort and Clip from a split position further down the hills, and they cannot really engage in anything from down there.
The crazy 2-2 split. It's working out for Riddle so far. Might find them get an active down. Sat there trying to chime in with a couple of shots. Yort doesn't need to overextend, but the nade's going to get pinned and ready. Can it land on top and potentially help Avangar get up to 6 kills? They're already in the top 4 once again. Bouncing back after their early elimination in game 1 where they went down in 15th.
This is what I was talking about before, how you can get these center positions, but they ain't going to give you a lot of kills. Seekorg has been trying to get active in the kill feed. They just have not been able to engage on anything. And as you can see, only 1 kill so far. Top 4 placement, that's all good, but they want to get the kills with it too. They need to get kills with it too, I should say.
Yeah. From their position at 100%, as Zinzan knows exactly where an active's coming from. It's all going to come down to time. Vargas gets a nade out, takes them out.
Holy headshot, Zinzan.
Zen go down in 4th. Avangar going to be going down in 3rd.
4v4 now. Zinzan and Hani have an angle to play from. If they have nades still, they can just start barreling them down towards the compound. And if not, I mean, they can still stay on the southern side and wait it out. Clip, 8 bullets remaining. You only need 4 to win the game.
I absolutely love this, though, from Riddle. They had a team of Zinzan and Hani up in the northwest. Then down in the southeast, they had Cliv and Hjort. Already, as these other fights went down, they started to group up. So now we're in a 4v4 fight, which they can become winnable rather than being picked off and split apart.
But as we said earlier, they've both been on the northern side of the circle for the longest of time, and all the engagements happened down south. The circle did go up towards them and went out east when they were sitting there too. And now with them only at respectively 2 and I believe 3 kills in total each for the teams, it's going to be low kill games, but of course these placement points are going to be well needed.
And for both these teams, they are so vital. Zinzan trying to run away. Sunzi not able to connect all the shots there, surprisingly.
Yeah, they want to get over and across, because if they can get into a position where they can gatekeep or like just to completely pin Seekorg inside the compound, that would be extremely good for them.
And that's where Seekorg already know they have to start moving around. They cannot stay in one place here, as Riddle have already gained 50% of the circle for themselves, and you are just on the edge here.
Yeah, and the final circle here is going to just shrink that center, so we all know where it's headed. It's just going to be a matter of whether Seekorg will be able to push out here and make some room for themselves or not. Smokes are being thrown out. Sunsi and Balas trying to push down towards the western side.
This is so wild as well. It's not very often we get to see 2 teams of 4 players left alive when we get down to the final.
Yeah, And honestly, I mean, if you're Riddle, I was gonna say you cannot allow them to leave, and they aren't either. This is gonna be such a hard push out for Seekorg. Running back now. No.
He's like, I regret all my decisions. This is not what I wanted. Philo trying to spray it out. So much damage coming towards him. He actually managed to stay alive for a while, but it's not going to be good enough. Riddle going for the finish-offs here, and they're looking to get the job done. Seekorg massively under pressure, and they are going to be in struggle city right now. Sunzi low on health, trying to tap away, get as many kills as possible, but he has not got much hope himself. First aid kit's going to be popped, and he's just thinking, what can I do to get some additional kills? We've had 4 kills in total already. I'd love to make it 5. It's a second place as well, and we are desperate for points here. The Riddle outnumber them in every way. Every
single point you can get here could be the difference maker, so you need to really try and drag these guys out. If you get a knock and you didn't lose your game, that is not going to be a kill going for you.
Hani sneaking up on it. This is good. They're going to pressure him. They're going to go in for it, and Hani delivers the final kill. Nicely done. 6 kills overall, and that's going to be 16 points for Riddle. Certainly 16 points that are a big change for them because it has not been easy.
You know, important ankle for him to hold too. I mean, the thing is, had he gotten knocked there,